Yes, welcome in international news. Let's begin in Middle East. The Prime Minister of Israel says there is no ceasefire in Lebanon as Israel pursues talks. On the day 41 of Middle East conflict, the deadly Israel military offensive targeting Tehran-backed Hezbollah has emerged as a critical point of contention surrounding the tenuous U.S.-Iran ceasefire. The Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel wants direct negotiations with Lebanon on disarming Hezbollah and establishing peaceful relations, but said there is no ceasefire currently in place. Lebanese officials say Beirut has not received a formal invitation for talks with one of them. United States President Donald Trump has warned Iran against changing tolls to oil tankers in the key shipping lane. Abu Dhabi's oil chief said the strait is not open as few vessels make it through to the waterway. A U.S. delegation is preparing for talks in Pakistan this weekend on potential long-term deal with Iran. A two-week pause in hostilities appear to be largely holding. Risks go to South Korea. South Korea are ready to send a special envoy to Iran as its ships remain stuck in the Strait of Hormuz. South Korea will send a special envoy to Iran to discuss the safe passage of its vessels through the Strait of Hormuz following a ceasefire agreement between the U.S. and Iran. The foreign minister of Korea said on Friday the country is a key U.S. ally that plays a central role in Indo-Pacific security strategy, and it hosts about 28,000 U.S. troops stationed against North Korea threats. The ministry appointed Chang Byung-ho, its representative for Polar Cooperation and former ambassador of Kuwait, as a special envoy following a phone call a day earlier between South Korea Foreign Minister Cho Hyun and his Iranian counterpart Abbas Abagel. The special envoy plans to travel to Tehran in the coming days, according to the ministry. During the visit, Seoul hopes to exchange views with Iran on the situation in the Middle East and discuss the safety of our national vessels and the crew, as well as issues related to the passage of all ships, the ministry said in the statement. South Korea currently has 26 vessels, including oil tankers, unable to travel through the Strait of Hormuz. Shipping company executives and analysts have said uncertainty surrounding the ceasefire is still making in the strait too risky. In the United States, the President Donald Trump criticized Iran over its handling the Hormuz Strait. President Donald Trump criticizes Iran over its handling of Hormuz Strait. In a series of Truth on social media posts, Trump says Iran is doing a very poor job managing the passage where the 20% of the world's oil passes and warns Tehran against charging fees to tankers going through. It comes as fighting continues between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, with strikes reported overnight and early Friday. An Iranian minister has told BBC that continued Israel strikes in Lebanon constitute a grave violation of two-week ceasefire, but the U.S. and Israel dispute whether Lebanon is covered by it. It comes ahead of scheduled peace talks in Pakistan over the weekend due to be attended by U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Iranian delegation. With the meeting go ahead, not finalized yet, a senior foreign minister official in Tehran tells the CNN. Thank you very much for being with us tonight, but before we go to the end of this news, let's go back to the main